Welcome back to Day Rates
Yeah, the show we talk about design.
and money. Nice, we're back.
Right,
We're back in grade 4.
We're back.
So we're talking about design today. It's a topic near and dear to our heart.
Yep.
And we're going to try to be single take.
Cut. Say it all again.
Okay. We're going to do a single continuous shot.
Roll it back a bit. Just roll it back a bit.
My little socky has slipped off.
Fix that little socky, man. What are you doing? Cut.
One take and let's go.
All right.
Joel,
Yes.
what are we talking about today?
What are we talking about today, Miles? Well, we thought we would talk about how COVID has fucked a whole bunch of shit up, and
Yeah.
Miles also had a child, and
Could be related. There's no way of knowing.
yeah, I think Miles spawned a child who brought disease into this world, and
Our child was birthed through a bat and then went through a pangolin. And but picture of my boy here.
yeah, but
Slacker.
obviously the the business has changed, how we're doing business and everything.
It has changed.
has changed a whole bunch because of the child / COVID.
You might have thought that we'd retired, but we're back with day rates.
We're
because
Ray Romano.
We're slowly moving back into the office just as things are about to lock down again. So we'll probably do this episode, and then we'll see you guys in 6-7 weeks, I guess.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, we're going to try and do this every fortnight now because we are quite busy with actual client work at the moment.
That's right.
So it's hard to do this shit, but we don't want to just let this slide because day rates is great. And
Day rates is why we do it.
we love our Daylords.
100%.
We love you. Long time.
It's all for you guys, the fans, the super fans.
Also-
Patreon members.
Yeah, if you want to start as a Patreon, it would be cool stuff like me and Miles having sex.
Yeah, exactly. We have OnlyFans accounts where we share some pretty lewd stuff and
Pretty
some
crazy.
design tips
Yeah.
amongst it. But wobble because it is thick.
Well, let's talk about
Design. Yes, so post-fatherhood.
Yeah, what's the go here, Miles?
Um,
I barely see you anymore.
Mummies and daddies, leave your comments.
How do you raise children? I'm having real trouble. Me and my wife are struggling.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a huge shift, I feel like. And people tell you having kids easy, it's not going to change very much. And then you have a kid and they've been lying to you. It changes a lot. And you're very tired.
Yeah.
And you also realize that I'm thinking I probably only got another good 10 years of design in me. And then the wheels are going to fall off and I better have hired some kids that are really good.
Yeah.
Not kids, but 18, 28.
That's true. Because you've said this a million times and it's so true. We will be those old people. And we'll be
old.
we don't know what the fuck the new cool stuff is. At this point in time, new rap music baffles me.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Really mumbly.
Dude, I'm just take me back to Ja Rule and Ashanti's banger. That's what I want to hear.
It's always on time.
Never tardy.
Punctual. Yeah, but it's true. I feel I'm going to fall further and further away from the culture, and there's less time to design. So I'm like, fuck, I got to make the time count.
Yes.
There's no procrastination anymore. There's literally I wake up, I'm either wiping a baby bum or I'm dropping some keyframes on something.
Yeah.
Just life is just pure doing stuff now. But it's good. You settle into it.
Yeah. Is it one of those things where you're oh, I'm fucking hating this? Or is it this is just my life now? Or
No, it's kind of good. You're tired, but you love being with the kid.
Yeah.
And then work seems like a vacation. It's because a baby always needs your attention, and then doing animation is so fucking easy by comparison.
Yeah.
So it's kind of in the past, I'd go and sit down, I got to do this thing, and then I'd look at the screen, I'd go on YouTube and fuck around.
Yeah, true.
And now I'm this is, for some reason, something switched in my brain, and now I can just sit down and I'll just start working.
Dude,
which
I'm
is really
kind of
good.
jealous.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about popping a
Should
kid
have
out
a
myself.
child.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, all right?
So yeah,
But yeah, it's true, because we're trying to do some more posts on Instagram and shit recently.
you might have noticed that our Instagram has posts now.
Yes.
Not day rates, that's been dead silent. But now, there's probably 3 posts.
Wait,
if you look at that now.
we're back. We're back.
We're back.
But
Chalk.
yeah, so I'll do some shit, or I'll be oh yeah, I'll do this post or whatever. But then this guy's up at fucking 1 a.m. doing some shit, and then he's check out this cool thing I made this fucking realistic crap, and I'm just why do I even bother? Why do I even bother? Flip the table.
Yeah, I've been doing the midnight hours too, which has been so good. I recommend that animators try it out because if you work between 10 and I'm working between 10 and 2 in the morning, and it's so good. I'm getting no emails, so you can just focus on creative work. And because it's outside of work hours, I feel like I can do the posts. Normally, this week especially, we've been so busy with client work that you just don't get around to doing the creative thing.
Yeah.
Which is going to bone us in 5 years' time if we don't keep
100%.
doing it every week. So,
Well, we've been taking measures. We've got a freelancer on board. Shout out to Adrian. you're watching.
Photo of our child. Unless he says he doesn't want to be in this episode, at which point we'll bleep his name and then also bleep the photo. Even if he says he wants to, let's bleep the name in the photo.
Dude.
Reverse shout out.
This is his address. Bank details.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's been really good.
Yeah, it's been a great start. And we're hoping to use like a lot more freelancers ongoing because it's really good. It is really good just kind of starting to properly try to hand over projects and do that a bit more.
I think we'll probably do an episode, because we did an episode on working with freelancers when we didn't really work with a lot of freelancers. Yeah. So we said we're going to revisit it. And I think we're nearly ready to revisit that and just show our process on how it works and stuff with us anyway.
I lost my train of thought.
I totally fucked you there on that freelance thing. I'm so sorry. You had a kid, didn't you, Miles?
Talking about my potent ball sack. And sure, Hannah did some of the work, weekly shout out, whatever.
What else has changed because of that?
Yeah, well, this kind of leads me... Well, your whole life changes. I'm very lucky. Hannah loves being a mum and she's so good at it. So I'm really lucky that I can go hide away and do the work. Yeah, for me, the lockdown was really good because I was just like, well, I can just work from home, and I figured out a way to properly work from home. Like this week, we were really busy the first few days, and I just worked from home because I get so much more done. Yeah. So that's been really good. And now I come in to basically slow you down.
Yeah, we laugh a lot. Yep. Yeah, don't get anything done. It gets to the point where I'm just like, can you just fucking go?
Yeah. I'll park in the 2-hour spot because I know that'll give me a time limit to like fuck you over for your day, and then I'll get the fuck out.
Dude, fucking hell.
You have to bleep that, you fucking piece of shit.
Fuck you, Miles. Yeah. Fuck you.
I'll try to simmer down the old potty mouth.
I think it'd be funny to beep it. There's no way I can try, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, you can't catch them all.
But yeah, so I guess for me, how it's changed is, you're never in the fucking office. We'll never go for beers anymore.
We had one beer. We had a social distance beer.
We did have social distance beer. It was my birthday recently. Miles came to the pub. It was crazy time.
I felt like a human. It was really good. Thanks for inviting the old dog out because...
no worries.
It's been great. We've been joking that I'm den dad.
Oh, yes. Because Miles has his little office space in his home where he does all his work. And because now he's a dad, I immediately just pictured like on the old Brady Bunch show, the dad, I forget the dad's name. I don't know, but he has that little den. He's always in the den. He's just like, his kids come in asking for advice, and he's like, well, son, blah, blah, blah. I just picture him in his little den having a brandy.
Sometimes I have like a little sneaky beer at night. You know, everyone's gone to bed and I'm just working on something late. I'm like, okay,
you got to do.
Dad can have a little beer, whatever. It's one beer. What's one beer gonna do?
Dad, you're a dad. You got to do the dad stuff.
100%.
So that's what I'm picturing. We joke about how he has got like a little trundle bed in there.
Oh, yes. Little trundle. I need a trundle. That would be really good.
Dude, this is an efficient episode.
Very efficient.
We're coming back strong. I'm erect.
Speaking of coming on... day rates. We're doing a show about design. I feel like I'm a bit rusty. I'm not too rusty. I think it's gone pretty well.
This is going fucking super well.
Definitely better than our quarantined episode. Don't watch that.
Also, I deleted all the files to the last one we filmed that you wanted to post so bad.
You serious?
Formatted those cards.
We did an episode before this where it was Bitmania, where we did great bits like half sandwich review, speed long black
sculling a hot
review.
Long black.
Everything was a review because it was just like... But yeah,
I wiped the files. They're clean.
I'm really sad. I thought it was really good, but Joel looked at the footage and said it's not strong. So
yeah, it just didn't feel good.
Anyway, fatherhood leads me to the other thing, which is fatherhood and Corona, and their perfect little Venn diagram has let us actually do some planning as a business, which we've talked about in previous episodes. But our plans have always been quite loose. Mm-hmm. And in the den, I sat down and made this huge, like 20-page document with all the shit laid out, basically. It was the most corporate thing I've ever done in my life.
We'll scroll through here.
We had a, but keep it small because the plans are so secretive.
Okay, cool.
Nah, I'm joking. Pick it up. We had a corporate meeting where I tried to go through it on my iPad and then proceeded to get locked out of my iPad every 3 seconds.
Trust me, it's a good plan, okay? Just forget it.
Classic dad fashion. I'm just like... But yeah, we looked at a few things properly. We looked at what are the projects we're doing currently? What do we want to do each year? Mm-hmm. Who do we want to do those projects for? Who do we want to work with to do those projects?
Who do we love?
What's the style? What kind of money do we want to make? How are we going to market ourselves? Like all this stuff, it's all laid out now.
Yeah, there was like a whole bunch of big picture shit, but there was also a bunch of small picture shit.
You need big picture down to little kipper, all right?
Yes, which is very important.
I think the main thing that got me excited about doing it was not even so much the big picture stuff, but just like there's so much we could do in our process to just make it better. Like
Yeah, and quicker.
like templating the estimates so they're all there just ready to go and you just need to adjust a few prices, setting up proper briefing documents, doing mood boards that people can take a look at that are just ready to go.
Yeah.
All this kind of stuff, there's just so many little incremental gains we can get and we're already seeing the benefit.
100%. Even like, yeah, just templating project files and stuff. Like now I've got like a folder full of project files, like named exactly what they are, like, you know, full HD, 24 frames per second, like to that thing. And then like, so you just open that shit up straight away. It's got all your folder structure ready to go.
Yep.
Just drop shit in. Like I love it. So much quicker to be able to do that.
Yeah, because that's like a task I'd normally give myself each time. It's like, set up the project file. And
Yeah.
then I'd like waste an hour doing that every time.
So legit.
So it's really good. Like that stuff's made a huge difference. And even you might notice from our Instagram that we are doing those posts. Like that's part of the marketing strategy is like, let's just try to make sure designers know us. And that's really worked. We've had recommendations from designers to the companies they're working at saying, oh, use these guys.
Yeah.
That's happened once or twice already,
That was crazy.
which
Like,
is really nice.
as soon as we implemented this shit, how many fucking inbounds did we get? Like so
yeah, it
many.
was like 3 or 4 in the first week.
Which is crazy.
And it's in the exact industries we wanted, which is design, technology, and education. Those are the 3 industries.
Fuck yeah, man.
So that worked out really well. But yeah, incremental gains have been like massive. And I really enjoy doing that. Each week we can kind of set ourselves a task each or something to be like, all right, maybe template this or...
And we've still been doing it. We've been keeping up with it, which is great. Is great.
So yeah, we're finally organized. Marketing has been the other main thing, which is we've just been doing the posts, which I just mentioned before, but there's we set up a proper sales funnel, which goes from like that awareness to interest, something and then something. Put this there. And it basically goes from people don't know who the fuck you are to they're ready to actually buy your shit. And we've actually set up some stuff in place to make sure we're talking to people at each of those stages a bit more. That's something that we're just at the start of implementing. And really we're just thinking, let's just focus on the awareness to begin with. Let's just set up part 1 of this funnel and then start building out the other ones, which are like maybe more in-depth articles, retargeted ads, all that kind of stuff.
I don't think you can say retargeted. That's not PC, man. I'll have to beep that.
I think you're canceling me is the more cancelable offense. Because your potty mind.
Let's try to get Miles cancelled, everybody. That's what.
You don't have to dig deep. But I want everyone to know that we love everyone equally. Except for Joel. Piece of shit.
Marketing. What else are we fucking doing, man?
What else do we do?
I mean, honestly, I can't take any credit for any of this shit. You had a child and you're just like, fuck, the world's burning. We need to make some money. And then you set up all this shit. It's great.
Dad panic.
Dad Panic has saved our company.
Panic.
Work-wise, hasn't slowed us down at all. Yeah, we're getting heaps more work.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're getting a lot more work of stuff we want to do and also shit we don't want to do. But now that we've figured out, like, high paid / how to streamline that shit.
Yeah.
Has been fucking great.
And I think we're lucky, like, people have lost their jobs and then, like, if you're in, like, live video production, you're pretty boned right now.
Yeah, it sucks.
So I think we've been quite lucky that, you know what, we are picking up some of that work. Mm-hmm. So we appreciate it. And also, like, big agencies, companies are cutting back on using them because they're just too expensive.
Yeah.
And
that makes sense.
We're cheap and filthy, and we're right here.
Yeah.
So
look at us.
If you want to support this show, you buy an animation right now.
Dude, I'll animate the shit out of something for you. So yeah, business is going fucking well. I'm wearing a new hat. It's no big deal. I got a new hat on. Fuck, that's all right. This hoodie, pretty new.
We do keep joking that Joel's really rich, like he's rich Joel.
I'm fucking loaded. Like, I'm dripping right now.
You know, my baby has a nervous laugh. He's like Hannah was like scaring him yesterday, and he goes, ah. Kid's so nervous, man.
I'm scaring your baby next time I see it.
Oh yeah, please do.
The baby came in the other day, and I got to hold the baby for the first time. It was crazy. And then we realized how much he looks like me.
Leave your thoughts in the comment.
I was like, he's starting to get a little bit more Greek over time.
Day rate daddies. I'm pretty sure he's my genetic son. I'm pretty sure it's biology. A lot of time when I don't know what to say to him, I'm just like, I'm your biological father. I was like leaning and say shit like that. Final things about the plan. I think we would talk about the bigger picture stuff.
Yep.
The main goal for us is to just compete with the best studios in Sydney, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to become a big, broad design agency. We don't want to grow too much because I don't think we ever want to have like too many staff.
Yeah.
Like, in fact, like the whole one thing on the plan was that we just don't go above 8 team members internally over the course. If we're doing this the next like 10 years or something, we just keep it at like 8 or under and we stay small.
Yep.
And part of that is we want to do under 20 projects a year, which leads me to think it's like limit how much work you're doing which I know seems a bit crazy in current times, but we're realizing that we spent so long doing like loads and loads of projects. You kind of take on the stuff that's like, I don't know, not that big. Maybe it's like $5,000 or something. And you have to devote a week to it or a couple weeks to it. And it's just like slowing you down.
Yep.
But if you just hold off for a little bit and try to get some slightly higher paid stuff, or at least work towards that, then the quality of your work is going to go up because you have more time to put into it. And it's going to lead to more of that work. So for us, that's a huge thing. It's just trying to say no to more stuff. So we just help people that we really can help them. And then we make good projects.
That's good. So legit. Because you sometimes do get caught up in the old,
fuck, we'll take it.
we'll take that money, man.
$1,000? 2 weeks worth of work, $1,000? Because when you're a kid, it's like $1,000.
What's the catch?
Yeah.
You have to do the job. Yeah, but what's the
Goddamn.
catch? But yeah, right. And yeah, I was always like, I wasn't against that, but I was always just like, what the fuck, Miles? But now I'm just like, that's so legit because we get bogged down doing like some fucking shit work. And you're just like, we need the time to do the creative shit that's going to get us the work that we actually fucking want. And we did a few projects recently. We did the charity one.
Yep.
Which we did post. We did post on
We did.
Instagram. For the Bush Heritage, which was dope.
Check it out in the links below.
And that was for a G cause.
Yeah, it was for G cause. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that's it. It's like, even if you break it down, the 20 projects, that's still a lot for a small studio because that's as if each of us were handling 10 full projects end to end.
Yep.
Because it's basically us and the freelancers that we use, you know, but it's, like 10 good animations a year for one person is a lot to ask, like really good shit, you know? But if we get to that point where we're using freelance time as well, so it's like upping how many hours goes into each thing. So if we can get to a point that like each project we put out is the equivalent of one person spending 2 months on it, then the projects will look really good.
That makes sense. Wait, math magish.
Oi.
Oi.
Run the numbers.
Dude.
Because
Fuck, I'm so glad you do that shit because I would have no idea. Like, you were just like, yeah, follow through the marketing process so they know you and they want you. I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Just take the money.
Dr. Robotnik over here.
Also, oh wait, yeah, continue.
That's it.
Yeah, since we're back,
Yeah.
we have a couple of like, we were talking to a couple of people in the industry about doing a couple of interviews and shit like that.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna reach out to and get that popping off again because we've got some exciting people that we're like keen to do an interview.
I love it. Everyone's used to doing Zoom interviews now, so we can kind of get over that hurdle too.
We're gonna get those fresh memes popping off again on the Instagram page
because a lot of people are saying we miss the memes. Where are the memes? Bring us the memes,
dude. People love the memes.
People like the obscure memes. They like the dank memes. Joel and I have a little internal battle going with whose memes gets the most likes.
So if I'll leave something in the subject line saying Joel in brackets, so then you know to like it more than the shit other ones that Miles does.
Joel needs a little leg up in this situation. So yeah, if you want to give him some extra likes on his memes, because I know that the algorithm will favor my memes.
Look,
It likes the content.
everyone's loving the hat I'm wearing. Okay, people are talking about the hat already.
People are loving my new dad hair. They're saying, hey, this guy's looking really different today. He's got cool, shortish hair. Maybe we should just quickly talk about what we think is going to happen with the coronavirus stuff, because that's something that's going to be ongoing. I feel like every time we film one of these, it changes every fucking week. So
Yeah, true.
I feel like that was a huge motivator to write the plan. And I mean, everyone that's doing animation, you're lucky to be in an industry that is still running.
Yeah.
Everyone's stuck at home watching stuff. So if, I'd say look at this as somewhat of an opportunity, because unlike a lot of people, you can work from home. Mm-hmm. So we're pretty lucky in that sense. But yeah, it's kind of hard to stay motivated with it as well. Like it's hard for me to think had a plan for like 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Because you kind of feel
You
like
have no idea what the fuck is going to go on.
everything's up in the air. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that's so legit. I was like, when it first kicked off, I was so motivated. And then just working from home for a while, it just got so shit. Like I was not motivated to do anything at all, man.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, it's the same, and it's like it's pretty easy to get depressed, especially like we're looking down the barrel of going back into like a second lockdown with it, and Australia's been faring so well, so like we don't even fucking know. But,
Thanks, Melbourne.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Melbourne. But yeah, thanks for that cool cultural hub. I went to the Crown Casino, and that was so good. What a cultural city.
I mean, I guess if it kicks off again, like I moved apartments, so now I'm actually like I feel like my apartment that I'm in now would be like sick for there'd be no echo in it.
Yeah, nice.
And so if we have to do some Zoom shit, it'd be dope. So yeah, we're still gonna keep it up, even though if this shit pops off again, we're still gonna be like do an episode every fortnight. We're back, baby.
So yes, we're hoping to line up some interviews, but if we don't, then next week we'll talk about some of the personal projects we've been working on. Maybe we'll
Correct.
break down some of the recent Instagram posts and what's gone into those
That sounds like a good plan.
and how those line up with the direction of what we're going. So homework for this week, everyone. Take a look at our Instagram. Like and subscribe. Buy an animation from Chalk Company Proprietary Limited. We'll leave details here. We'll leave details here. We'll put some details here. That's my baby again. That's Joel. I'm going to do a lot of things that require Joel to do editing. I don't have to do the editing. I don't do the editing. And we're going to finish up, as we always do, Joel.
Family Fun Design Corner.
For families.
I didn't bring the
Room
laptop.
and X with the flames. That's all right,
Did
dude.
you realize we didn't have a laptop this
You
time?
need a laptop here? I got a phone.
I fully forgot about the laptop, bro.
Get out of Gazar. Iain Chudleigh.
Iain Chudleigh. Iain
Chudleigh. Love the name, love the design.
Let's
love the
cancel
animation.
Miles.
I just keep going back to the page looking at stuff. I think it's so good. He's like, hey, are you a motion designer or you're a product designer? Because right now you're designing a lot of dope products.
It looks like very realistic.
Yeah, lots of furniture designs, but also really kind of like bold lighting and just simple stuff that looks
That looks sick.
really mint.
I'm always like intrigued at how people come up with this shit. Like
Yeah.
just those abstract ones. I'm just like, did you just like do that by accident?
Well,
You know,
that's like, like I look at even like Peter Tucker's stuff, which he's got like a very quite defined style where it's lots of things. It's like when you go and sit down and try to do, you really can't just copy these things because it's like you have to put some thought into why you're making something abstract. Like what is the form going to be? Mm-hmm. There's so much thought that goes into really simple things, like just a thing getting pulled by two.
Yeah, that's I would not have like who what
But it looks so good.
dude Chudleigh.
So Chudleigh, Man vs. Machine, obviously great studio, does amazing
Fantastic.
stuff. Nike shit and all kinds of crazy stuff. You know,
Yeah.
like lots of
Shoes twisting.
high production 3D jazz. But Iain Chudleigh,
You've been
sorry,
you've
you've been
been cornered.
I think we did pretty well. Joel.
This was a great episode, Miles. It's good to be back. I've missed you, pal.
I'm pretty sad you deleted the last episode, but we'll just redo Bitmania at another time.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of Day Rates.
Stay safe. Stay.
Subscribe. Tell everyone. Animation. Design.
Done. We'll see you
In a fortnight.
in a fortnight.
All right.
All right.